Hey everybody, my name is Stephanie Smith and I work at NASA at the Education Technology Incubator called Learning Technologies. There are different projects at different centers. We're managed out of Goddard. I'm sorry, I have lag.
We can hear you pretty well, actually.
That's good, but I can't concentrate because I'm getting feedback. Is it okay to use SL voice?
No, we won't be able to hear you, and you won't be able to hear us.
Okay, well, all right, I'll do what I can.
Mm.
Um,
Oh, maybe you have to turn off the SL voice then. Or turn it off. Just press this. Press the talk. Or turn it off. Yeah, just turn it off. No, turn it off here. Just yep. Unclick the.
Okay,
the thing.
so I'm just going to go for it. I'm getting a lot of feedback, so bear with me. The
Are
learning
you still getting
technology.
feedback now?
Yeah, I am.
Okay.
I'm getting a lag, like a 15-second lag or so, and it's feeding back to me.
That's very strange because we can hear you and you can hear my question.
Yeah, I do. Hang on. Okay, so anyway, I've got a bunch of people and a bunch of avatars standing around. I've just turned off my SL voice. Can you still hear me okay?
Yep, we can hear you fine.
Okay, good. It's better for me, so I'm just going to go with this.
Yeah, that's better.
Sorry for the technical difficulties, folks. This is a little bit on the fly, and we're just working out the technologies. And as people have probably said before me, these are first steps, and we're working out how to do these mixed reality events in Second Life. The program I work with is NASA Learning Technologies. As I said, it's an education technology incubator. And the projects that my team has done have been basically tool sets. We're not really content builders. And so we are here in Second Life as advanced scouts looking at what we can do here, what kind of tools we can build here, how we can provide value to the education community, and do some research and evaluation in the environment so we can get a good grip on what might be a best practice. I don't know, can you focus on the slides a little bit,
Yeah.
Ollie?
Yeah, one sec.
Okay.
Oh, it's in the black. Put this out.
Oh, I can see it now. Hey.
Here's the audience. We'll get the
Yeah,
audience
yeah,
to
I
wave,
see.
wave, wave, wave. She's over here. There we go. Amazing technology. Okay, so there's the slides. Maybe you
All
can
right,
make it
good.
up to the whole screen so people can see it also in the.
So where are you guys? In Europe?
We're in Amsterdam at a place called the Bali.
Okay, good. I'm in Texas. Nice to see y'all.
Yeah. We just had actually the people who spoke before you were also from the University of Texas. So we're getting
I saw that.
a
Yeah,
big Texas
yeah, on the
feed.
agenda.
One
Okay,
sec,
so
one
here
sec,
we
Steph,
go.
it's taking a minute to res the
Okay, good.
things.
All right, well, what's coming up on the screen are some exemplars of tools that the program has built. The NASA Quest has a lot of different career things. Rover Ranch is one of the programs that I worked on. It was a robotics simulation using some of you who've been around for a while, the Cosmo Thermal Viewer. So we've been dabbling in virtual realities for quite some time. Volcano World, that was a live feed from various volcanoes. These are programs that were the genesis of the learning technologies. Many of these are fielded in classrooms, and the whole point of the learning technologies exercise is to help promote science, technology, engineering, and mathematics within the school environment, particularly K-12 and college level students.
Does everyone here know what K-12 is?
K-12 means kindergarten through 12th grade, which is the structure of the United States school system. 9th through 12th would be college preparatory material, and the elementary stuff is the K through 8. So what we have is a group of STEM, science, technology, engineering, and mathematics projects that are intended to promote and encourage students to consider science and engineering professions. We at NASA are looking at the workforce pipeline and how to bring up a new group of engineers into our workforce. And these are ways that we can do that. We want them to be proficient at science and math because, of course, that's the right thing to do. And we have a vested interest, so we have people to be interested in, create, develop, and manage our projects.
Great.
So here we go. Next slide.
Yep. Take a second to res.
Yeah, I wanted to show you guys some of the recent projects that our program's done. This is, and I know you're still resing, so
Yeah.
I'll take a second for it to fill in. This is called SVS. It's out of Goddard. It stands for Scientific Visualization Studio. And this is not so much a programmatic item. It is a tool for people to take time series data from Earth science satellites and view it using the tools that are in the Visualization Studio. And this particular platform was used to make another product, Whirlwind. You can look at global animations with this product and regional animations and different types of earth science research activities, such as hurricanes, global warming, climate change, different things like that.
Cool.
NASA worldwide?
Sorry, what was the question?
Is she talking about NASA worldwide?
NASA worldwide? I think it's just American. I mean, I don't know what NASA worldwide means. Do you
Yeah.
know, Stephanie?
Can you elaborate, please, so I could understand your question? We are galaxy-wide.
Universe-wide. Take a microphone.
Universe-wide. If you could narrow it down for me, that'd be
Take a
good.
microphone, because otherwise no one can hear you. Sorry, can you ask it one more time so people at home can
The
hear?
question was, which program was it referring to?
Which program was it referring to, is what he was asking.
Which program? The one that I'm speaking of now? It's
Yes.
called Scientific Visualization Studio. And you can find that at, I think it's svs.gsfc, Goddard Space Flight Center.nasa.gov. And they have just truckloads of animations, and you can contact the guy who runs that. I'm sure he'd be glad to provide that platform to you if you're interested.
Thanks.
Did that answer the question?
Yep, I think so.
Is this your posse here, Ali?
Yeah, more or less. There's
Okay.
it's the audience is a bit more a bit wider. There's I've invited people from all over the spectrum pretty much. There's students and educators and people involved in
Okay.
design, etc. So it's pretty diverse.
Okay, I'm just going to tell them to, they can hear the talk on the stream.
Yeah, they can.
Okay, good. There's a lot to keep track of when you do this stuff. I'm multitasking like crazy. You guys, I see you sitting there. I hope you're multitasking too. Okay, so here's one of the tools that we built with SVS. It's called Whirlwind, and maybe you guys have heard of it. What you can do is you can log in, and this is taking satellite streams and placing it in layers on a globe so that you can look at different natural phenomena that are occurring. It's very popular. It's you can download it. It's free, and you can look at different Earth science data. You can also do things like the Lewis and Clark Trail. You can look at volcano activity. There's I don't know if you guys have ever seen it. It's where you can go to the natural hazards page and you can see where there's wildfires and flood and
you can watch that
locusts.
real time. Is that right, Steph?
Yeah. So you can go and do it in real time in case you need a quick locust report.
So basically, you can track other people's disasters, like a real-time disaster movie or something.
Yeah, and hopefully not your own.
Yeah,
Okay,
right.
so here's one called Virtual Lab, and this is an attempt to bring a scanning electron microscope into the classroom. What they've done is, it's amazing what they've done. they've taken these scanning electron microscope tiles, and they tile together these pictures of different objects, like a space shuttle tile or various microbial objects, and they build the content, some scientific curricular content around that, so that they can teach what it is scientists do with these particular instruments, how they're used, how it might be useful for various scientific endeavors. And I think, if I remember correctly, this one is getting picked up by Microsoft, and they are getting ready to package this one. Okay, let's see. Okay, this one's called MathTrax, and this is one of the ones my team built. This is a mathematic graphing tools that is accessible to blind kids. Oh, and don't forget, all this stuff is free, and you can download it from the web. So you could take this. It teaches concepts associated with pre-algebra, algebra, and pre-calc. It has 3 modalities where you can enter in an equation. You can listen to the equation using a stereo pan audio track. And you can see a real-time, on-the-fly generated textual description of the equation, such that since a blind person can't really see the graph, they can listen to the graph, and they can read the textual description about the graph, and they can get a sense of what exactly that equation looks like in a graph space.
That's really interesting. There's a man named here who's going to be giving a demo at the end named Peter Meyer, who's also doing something I think that is somewhat similar.
Yeah, yeah, we're well aware of your work. Hey, Peter, how are you?
Fine, thank you. Hope you do.
Nice to hear you.
Yeah, it's my first time.
So this software's been super popular. We're over 100,000 downloads. I don't think we've counted in some time. Probably I can't even remember how long it's been. NASA really appreciated the work on this, and they gave us a Software of the Year Runner-Up Award. And additionally, we were inducted into the Tech Museum of Innovation for this software. So you can go and look at that location for this also. I'll give us a real brief plug. MathTrax is located at prime, P-R-I-M-E, .jsc.nasa.gov. So here's another piece of software we're working on. Oh, whoops, I jumped ahead. The Math Description Engine. This is the software library that that lies underneath MathTrax. This is open source. You can go and download it. You can take the code and you can modify it to your own specifications. So if you have some kind of software application that you want to make accessible to blind and low vision users, you can take this software library and use the modules within it to make your web application accessible. It has modules for the descriptions and the sound and the graph, and you can use them apart or in any combination. And it has solution synchronization, so if you onesie-twosie or use them all, they will synchronize with each other and work within your application. And that software is located at the prime location, prime.jsc.nasa.gov also. Okay, here's another piece of software that we built, an application that we built using the library, the MDE. It's called Earth Plus. What the concept is here is that we took the MathTrax application, and MathTrax was really a proof of concept application we built so we could debug the library. It's like, well, how will we know if the library's working? We got to build something to use it with. So we built MathTrax. So after we built MathTrax, we learned a lot of stuff, and we thought, well, why don't we take satellite data and see if we can figure out how to present that to the blind and low vision community. So what we did is we built a way for people to see, in quotes, see maps using sonification. And there are ways to plot different points on there. And a couple of the lessons are associated with hurricane prediction and tracking, where you can take satellite data and the user can go ahead and plot the location using Latin long coordinates, and then get a sense of one, where the hurricane might be going, two, predicting the path of the hurricane, and just getting a sense of the geographical location and scope. And an example that I can provide to you is that we tested this with some kids in Puerto Rico, who is the University of Puerto Rico Phileas Institute is one of our partners, and we tested it with some kids down there, and they were looking at a hurricane that had come to Puerto Rico, and they said, "Oh my gosh, it's bigger than my country." And so they had no idea the scope or the size or just really the hugeness of what a hurricane could be. And so this gave them a real sense of the power and the scope and exactly what the hurricane was about in relation to their country. So that brings to what we're doing now. The Learning Technologies project falls within e-education and within the NASA education structure. And they have adopted something called the e-education roadmap, which is primarily focused on immersive synthetic worlds. And as you may know, there was a recent solicitation for a request for information where different commercial or research entities were invited to submit their ideas as to what they thought a good MMO environment or game might be that was oriented around NASA content that would be used for education and possibly collaboration and exploration. That deadline recently passed on the 15th, and those RFIs have gone into the review process, and out of that process there will be a release of a solicitation, an RFP, that will request submissions to go ahead and develop the MMO based on the items that were received in the RFI. LT is looking at several virtual worlds. We're here in Second Life. We're working in Teen Second Life, providing resources and scoping the environment there. We're working in a virtual environment called a Quack. I don't know if you guys are working with that one.
Wait,
That's an
Stephanie,
interesting.
I think it's QWAQ, isn't it?
Oh yeah, I misspelled it. Sorry, guys.
No, just so that people in the audience know if they want to go and look at
Yeah,
it.
yeah. You want to go to quack.com.
Yeah.
My bad. Sorry. So obviously you do know about it.
Well, I know. I don't know if the rest of the audience.
Okay, yeah. I always think of a duck, so I spelled it quack, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay, also we're looking at Olive, because you can put it behind a firewall, and we could potentially do some training in different flight scenarios using something like that, because as you guys know, Second Life is not terribly secure. So as you watch this res, I've put up some URLs here. You can go ahead and take a look at some of the things I've talked about. Look at the site, look at the different products, and you can look at the documentation that supports the program, that are the underpinnings that might be of interest to you. And you can go and download and use our products. And should you have any questions, there's links on the websites where you can submit, and we'll be thrilled to write you back.
Excellent. Thank you very much, Stephanie. I don't know if there are any questions. Does anybody have a question? We can get the microphone. Was complete enough? Nobody? Okay. Thank you very much. That was much appreciated.
Yeah.
Wonderful.